torch. Oh, this is sorry, sunlust, not heathen.
This is sunlust.
I can't read. Sorry.
It's
Already,
because in MDVA, there's like three Shovel Knights.
Yeah. Then they all come to RRC.
I mean, one of them got RRC banned on Thursday because Rice got second. But enough about Rice. We're here talking about sunlust and Atmosqueer.
Already love the Sagekin, of course. Great choice.
Both these characters are very colorly, thematically appropriate for the Neo Jules Veil.
Already we're seeing a very strong lead from Atmosqueer, just getting more and more percent and not being able to get a kill.
You're not necessarily going for an attack that will kill, but as soon as she tries to let that kill option, the parry option is here. Once again, parry one back air, return the favor in kind. And as Atmos gets that first stock, sitting very comfy right now, only 50% on your first stock. You can afford to play a little more recklessly right now, but versus SK, you don't want to necessarily let him get too many hits in. And otherwise, he's going to be able to get some of those tools that can help him clear your smoke.
This is already a big struggle for SK. I mean, already having this little money with already being a stock down. This is a big hill to climb in order to get what you need in order to function as neutral.
We are going to see the rock come out. He's going to come in handy, though. Not necessarily at this particular moment.
Trying their best to
gonna buy momentum mail, but I don't think that was necessarily worth it.
Yeah, because now that is a big stock deficit that you need to climb back from. But I totally understand just wanting a little bit more armor and just something that can help him move in against someone who is as strong in the air as Atmosqueer.
Well, if you wanted something for more aerial combat, Dynamo would be a bit better, because even if it is conditional, having aerial strongs for those callouts can be really handy. But the down air reverse hit is going to come out, not necessarily kill Atmosqueer yet. The up strong will do it, calling the plat drop.
And that is not enough money to buy a tool, unfortunately, for Marie. But so Marie really just needs to push advantage and get as much damage and hopefully get a stock, but this is a very steep hill to climb.
It is rough right now, but these down airs are going to be really funny. Unfortunately, the back air is going to call out, and that's a bad position. The anchor saves the anchor saves her at the absolute last second. You love to see it. That momentum mail is proven why it is better at these higher percents.
Hopefully, oh, this could be a chain. Nope.
Might be able to secure a stock here, but gets the roll read. And unfortunately, sunlust isn't quite able to clutch up that second stock. It's Atmosqueer who takes the first game.
Very oppressive, very oppressive at the very beginning by Atmosqueer, but Marie, you could tell, was adapting very quickly. So hopefully we can see this next game have Marie be both an advantage in Forest Floor for counterpick.
Smaller ceiling is going to come in handy. I think that I mostly remember ceilings more than the blast zone, so I don't know if this is necessarily bigger or smaller than Jules. Oh my goodness, down and off the side.
With Forsburn and these stairs, though, these blast zones can feel very, very tiny. That is already a very strong stock lead, again, from Atmosqueer. Again, just having a very strong beginning, which the Shovel Knight really struggles with. Shovel Knight cannot get this money and cannot get the tools needed. This can be very difficult for Shovel Knight to close out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that SK kind of falls into like a snowball character archetype. And if you take that early deficit, it can be really hard for him to come back. It is still possible, but it's just insanely hard. And right now, you know, the sun is only sitting at like about $1,000, and meanwhile, Atmos is just absolutely snowballing versus this Shovel Knight right now.
And I know that, I think that Marie uses Horn, which I feel like she really wants for this matchup, since being able to just have some sort of get-off tool, even though it's a very slow one, to hopefully stuff out at least this aggressive play that Atmos has, where you just cannot get away from her.
Yeah. It was something we saw in the set with Sty. You know, Atmos loves dropping down with these like aerial options, these down airs, these nairs, or the back airs. Because unfortunately, Sun isn't quite calling them all out right now. So, like we saw a bit in the first game. A Momentum Mill is going to come on deck though. Might be enough to get something started. Right now, we are just seeing how in Sun's head, Atmos is unfortunately not going to get that sweet spot on the back air. They are just jabbing each other right now.
Very good down strong though. Hope this is going to be a huge hill to climb once again. Let's see if Atmos can, if Sunlust can do it.
Right now,
just waiting.
Atmos can just like try and just do whatever she wants in order to force Sun to approach.
And I think that
oh, no back end. Oh,
the
cockiness?
Seriously? Seriously? That's crazy.
This was your last stock that may have cost you the game. Your hubris may be your downfall. No, that might just be like the little bit of extra motivation your opponent needs. Fortunately, it's not quite enough for Sun.
I am noticing that I think that Marie has noticed that Atmos is not using clone, and so being more hands off and waiting for Atmos to approach could be something that Marie could take advantage of. And we're going to Tempest Peak, one of my favorite stages, personally.
So you're a filthy Tempest picker.
Yes, I am, and
Evil.
I'm proud of it.
Evil.
And that's
no,
fine.
I see the appeal of this stage. I just personally don't like when opponents have better movement than me. You can take advantage of those crazy flats.
And I'm guessing that Marie really wants to take advantage of how oppressive SK can be with Bear on the stage. But this is a stage that also becomes very difficult to get these up air chains that I can see Marie trying to get for, because the ceiling is so high. And of course, you have to be worried about when you're on these side platforms, Forsburn can use that cape to actually hit you. Maybe even follow up for something scarier. But already we're seeing this be a lot more even, proving to be a very good counter pick by Marie. Limiting Atmos' initial very strong advantage that she's had for the past few games.
Down strong, gonna try and use that clone for a bit of hurt box usage, and unfortunately, doesn't necessarily pay out. Now just trying to find her way in with these side specials.
Most importantly, we have a lot of money for Marie right here, already able to get a momentum mail and already a stock up.
This is the position SK wants to be in. And, you know, you have a stock and now you also have enough money to get your preferred relic. Because you said that Sun prefers Horn, right?
I think so. I could be wrong. But we'll see.
Nope, we're going to see the mobile gear.
And I think mobile gear is actually especially impressive on this stage, since it can just cover the full ground and then force you onto one of the flat stat, which you can take advantage of. This is a very strong lead by Marie. A very different sort of game plan and gameplay that we've seen from the previous two games. Sorry, first game.
Backer gonna come out, but great DI, that momentum mail. Proven handy. Right now we are just seeing the full power of a snowball kind of character. His Sun is completely trouncing on Atmos in this game right now.
Atmos not even able to get a kill and already so close to losing this game. And that is one kill, and now we're in a very similar situation that Marie was in, but this time Sunlust is in Atmos is in the main disadvantage here.
Not going to be able to carry that mobile gear. Just that little bit of offness to the neutral can prove so useful, and Sunlust is going to take Game 3, pushing us towards Game 4.
And that was a very impressive Game 3. Hopefully, Marie can take this advantage and just keep with it, and hopefully continue to steamroll, maybe even to a Game 5. But here we're going to be going to Forest Floor. Now,
yeah, that's what this stage is called. You got it.
Oh, sorry.
It's Treetop Lodge. I'm genuinely curious if that taunt was that swing of mental that Sunlust needed in order to, like, get her head clear. It's like, no, you're not gonna do that. You have to take me seriously.
I mean, honestly, and it was very clear from that last game that Marie is not fucking around, but this is, as I understand, a very good stage for Forsburn, and one that I don't think has the same advantages for SK. I mean, there are very large blast zones, so it's a lot easier to keep the opponent around to get more money from them, but it also is very vertical, which we know that Atmos likes to be in the air. We're seeing a good down strong.
Now Sunlust doing a great job of holding on to center stage. Up B might have cost her a bit there. Thankfully it doesn't, but not parrying that up special. Gonna go for the stall. Doc 1.
Just flips with that down strong.
You love to see it. Unfortunately, Perry's gonna come out and even up that stock count.
This is already looking to be a very even game, very different from the previous games that we've had between these two. I'd imagine that Marie is just trying her best to just get as much money as possible so that we can maybe get another tool, probably the momentum gear, not the horn. I'm so sorry.
No, we saw how good the gear was on Tempest. And like the hard part is already out of the way. You have momentum mill. Well, it can make your movement a little bit more predictable sometimes, but also we're just seeing how Sun is great at dancing with these side special moves, either going for the hit or going for the jump cancel.
And any additional movement and help that you can get with your movement in the air against Atmos is going to be needed, because these aerial tech chases are just so oppressive from her. But we see Marie being very patient, adapting very well, very much showing that the first two games are not what the rest of this set is going to be.
So I'm gonna catch Atmos yet again. I'm gonna kill, but the parry invul gonna render that mobile gear useless. Is the stock I'm gonna get even from it? No. Beautiful recovery from Atmos there. Slightly in the lead right now.
This is very even. We could see a Game 5 here.
SK no longer has to pay attention to the stock market.
I mean, we all wish we could be so lucky.
He's made his purchases. Oh, but the parry's gonna come out this percent.
Oh no!
Say this percent difference is starting to climb up with that momentum mill, offsets it a little bit, but unfortunately not able to act out quite enough from the side special. Costs on the set as Atmos moves on to losers semis.
Really tragic, but very good fight by Marie at the very end. Very unfortunate SD. Hopefully we'll see more SK in the future. Oh, okay. So we are going back down to losers 8s